We're back again with another engaging edition of Sports this morning. I'm broadcasting live from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okon-Akpan. Welcome. We'll stay in Lagos, where today, the maiden edition of the International Badminton Classics will serve off at the Mobolaji Johnson Sports Center, Roe Park. Among the 15 nations already confirmed for the competition, 5 African nations made up of Botswana, South Africa, Uganda, Ghana, and host nation Nigeria will join teams from Europe and America. The championship has 4 events: the men's single, women's single, men's doubles, women's doubles, and the mixed doubles. Badminton World Federation, BWF, has sanctioned the $50,000 prize money competition, as well as listed it as an international challenge series in its 2014 calendar. Over to football now, and we're going to Philadelphia. The friendly game played between Nigeria and Greece ended in a stalemate as both countries prepare for the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Coach Keshi will see some positives from the game as he continues to try out new players. But there's some worry for him as left fullback Elderson Echiejile was forced to leave the field of play after pulling up with an injury and was replaced by Kunle Odunlami. Hopefully, the injury won't be too serious. The countdown to the 2014 FIFA World Cup is getting faster. It's just 8 more days to kick off. How ready is Brazil to host the world's most celebrated football competition? Remember, Nigeria will be playing in Group F alongside Argentina, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Iran. We can't wait. In basketball, San Antonio Spurs guard Tony Parker will be ready to go for the 2014 NBA Finals versus the Heat after a sore left ankle forced him from action during Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals against Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 1 of the finals between San Antonio Spurs and Miami Heat is for the San Antonio's AT&T Center on Thursday. Okay, let's come back home and talk about that game between Nigeria and Greece. I'm sure you're still talking about it. It ended in a goalless draw. But if you look at that game again, you'll see some positives, some lessons for the Super Eagles of Nigeria as they get ready to storm Brazil. And not just go there to add to the numbers, but impress as the champions of Africa. We'll let you see some quick highlights from the game between Nigeria and Greece, and then we'll come back, we'll talk. It's Sports This Morning on Channels Television. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's a friendly game between Nigeria and Greece, played in Philadelphia as part of preparations for the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. I'm smiling because, well, a goalless draw, there's something to learn from it. Coach Keshi trying out some new players, and hopefully nobody will be injured at the start of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. wherever you are in the world watching us. This show is designed for you. What are you talking about? Particularly as we get ready for the FIFA World Cup. Just 8 more days to go. Unbelievable. Just like yesterday, we had the World Cup in South Africa. Brazil is here already. What are you talking about? Nigeria, Greece. Nigeria in Group F alongside Argentina, Bosnia, and Iran. So much to talk about. Badminton fans. The Lagos International Classic serves off today at Roe Park in Yaba. So there's never a dull moment in sports. Action-packed world of sports. Let's get you talking. We're very active on the social media platforms. On Facebook, we're channels-sports. On Twitter, we're channels_sports. A lot of comments coming in after that game between Nigeria and Greece. And then some Nigerians are still bitter over the non-inclusion of some players in the final 23-man list. It's sports this morning on Channels Television. Let's talk sports. Tayo, it's good to have you on the program.
Yeah, always great to be here, Austin. You said it, Nigerians will talk until that first game against Iran. Some players have been left out, and they just can't understand why.
And then Coach Keshi will say to these guys, I've picked you. People are waiting for my head in Nigeria. When you play that first game against Iran, maybe a convincing 4-5-0 win, and everybody will forget that.
Exactly. That's one thing about football. Result is king. So believe me now, they go out against Iran and get the 3 points. A lot of Nigerians will forget that Uzoyi and the likes didn't make the team.
That's the friendly game between Nigeria and Greece. Both teams played out. They fought to a goalless draw at the PPL Park in Philadelphia. Tayo, what are the lessons we can get out of this game?
This game particularly, I felt, I thought it was a very decent performance by the Super Eagles. They had spells of possession, at certain times in the game, but then there was no cutting edge. That cutting edge in the final third was missing. At the end of the day, in that first half, for example, we ended up trying a lot of long ranges, a lot of shots from outside the box, and it didn't really worry the goalkeeper at all. So that's one thing they need to work on going into that game against Iran. The strikers and the midfield, they need to coordinate better and create clear-cut chances.
And you talk about midfield, the midfield. That's why a lot of people are complaining. Where is Nosa Igebor? Because we have to understand that the midfield is all about work rate. It's all about, that's the heartbeat of football right there.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen by God's grace, but let's say Mikel gets injured.
I hope not.
And then Onazi picks a knock.
Yeah, that would be funny at all. But I like to say, I think the midfield function of the team, I think it's the weakest. In this team, if you look at it very well, a lot of people feel it's the attacking section, but I don't think so. I think it's the midfield. In the midfield, look at the guys you have there. Like you say, Mikel mustn't get injured or Nazi, it will be problems. And Umba didn't make it. Uzoyi didn't make it. And these guys, you wonder why they didn't make it. But Keshi knows best why he hasn't taken them to Brazil. But then, like you said, that midfield is looking very shaky.
Very, very shaky. And that's some worry for football fans in Nigeria. And that's why they won't stop talking to us on Twitter or getting reactions. Ogunbode Isaac says, guys, Azubike Egwekwe ought to be dropped for Uzoyi. It really saddens my heart that the young lad was dropped. What do you want to do about it? It's just to wish this team all the best. That's all. The World Cup is here.
Exactly, 8 days to go, and it's here already. Shame about Uzoyi, big shame. Like, he played under Keshi at that chance. We saw his performance, and if there was an home-base player I thought was nailed on to actually go to the World Cup, it was Uzoyi. So something must have happened there. I don't know, maybe he's carrying an injury. I don't know, but he played against Scotland. I thought he had a good game in that one as well. So I really don't know what happened with Uzoyi. Sad one for him. I hope he can really bounce back from this.
Nigerians, let me tell you why you need to give 100% vote of confidence to Coach Stephen Keshi. Remember, this same country, almost everyone criticized that team to the Cup of Nations. They brought back the trophy. They might not win the trophy, but I mean, this is a chance for us to say, hey, he has done it. He did it last year. He can do it again.
Yeah, not in terms of winning the trophy, in terms of winning the trophy.
But put up an impressive play.
Yeah, that's the key there. Now we're going to this tournament with a clear target. We have to surpass the record of 1994. It's been the second round. That's been a long time now. Ghana qualified for the World Cup after Nigeria. They've been to the quarterfinals already. So going into this World Cup, I think a quarterfinal berth will be has to be the target.
Okay, remember also in that game, Elderson Echedile was forced to leave the field of play after pulling up with an injury and was replaced by Kunle Odolami. Again, analysts are complaining.
Yes.
If a Juwan Oshaniwa is in that team, that's the time we should watch him play.
Yeah. I get the points of the analyst talking about that. But then Odolami, we've not really seen him play for the main team. Juwan Oshaniwa, we've seen him a couple of times. We saw him at the Confederations Cup last year. He came in for Chejile in one of the games as well. So it seems a very decent player. Obviously, plays in Israel and is a regular for his club. So maybe Keshi feels that he knows all about Juwan already, even though Nigerians don't know him because he's not a first choice for Nigerians, and Nigerians would have loved to see him yesterday. But then Kunle Odolami came on and he did well, showing his versatility. We know he can play across the defense now, so we know if anybody picks an injury, not that we're going to need it really. We have 8 defenders for crying out loud. That place is overloaded. Yeah.
Some comments coming on Facebook and Twitter says you do not touch a winning team. A lot of fans are crying out to Keshi. Why is there no Sunday Mba that was really, really impressive at the AFCON 2013? Yeah. And that, they believe it's a big minus to the midfield.
Yeah, you actually made mention of Nigeria actually winning that Cup of Nations in South Africa.
You can't forget.
You come on, he was the hero. Some people will actually say he made Keshi. Because you know what happened going into the game against Cote d'Ivoire, and they already booked flight tickets back home, all those things. But that guy did 2 crucial goals, and he won it for Nigeria. And you wonder why he's been dropped. And the only reason I could give for that is I think the message is clear from Keshi. If you're playing in the second tier in Europe, you can't get into the national team. Because if you look at all the players that are in the team right now, Odwamadi was dropped as well. He plays in the Serie B. And unfortunate for Mba, when he made that move to Bastia in the second division in France, they've been relegated now. I thought to myself, that's not a very good move. I think it's really backfired now.
So that's it, no Sunday for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Really disappointing, but that's football for you. Just get the dust off your shoulder, pick yourself up Sunday and then get playing some good football again. Let's just quickly take another reaction on Twitter. Michael Shegun Titus, I like that name. He says Austin Ejide is a little bit shaky in those friendlies. Thank God he's not a first-choice goalkeeper. And I think Austin Ejide is still a decent...
He's a solid backup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your Enyama isn't doing well. Yeah. You know you're bringing almost as good as Enyama.
Yeah, not as good.
But questions to answer in that game against Scotland.
Yeah, that was a very funny one. Yeah, I don't know. He's a big lad, and when you come off for crosses like that, you expect him to actually control his, you expect him to be imposing and take advantage of his size. And but against Scotland, he made a few good saves, but it wasn't very convincing, like I said. Yeah. But he is a very solid backup. If anything happens to Enyama, then you can be assured Ejide will come in, not Chigozie Agbin.
Okay, remember we told you that today at the Mobolaji Johnson Sports Center, Roe Park in Yaba, the maiden edition of the Lagos International Badminton Classics will serve off. Tayo, again, another opportunity for Nigerian local badminton players to get international reputation.
Yeah, it's all about the exposure and experience for them. When there's foreign badminton players come into the country, it's an opportunity for them to actually mix with them and actually develop their game as well. So it's a good one. Hopefully, the thing about this kind of competitions is at the end of the day, they end up not winning, and the foreign guys come in. Look at how much did you say? $15,000 So hopefully they're able to get just a little bit of the money as well. Won't be bad.
Positives they can get from it. It's been listed as an international challenge series in the calendar, so you can even accrue ranking points.
Yeah, ranking points as well. Yeah, it's a good one for Nigerian. Good luck to them, really, to the Nigerian badminton players. But before we move on from this segment of the show now, I was going to say, yesterday we saw that team that played against Greece, and it looked like what we're going to see in the first game against Iran. I think that looks like the starting lineup. Unfortunately, there's no Joseph Yobo there, just like I suspected. It will be Omero and Obuabula in defense. So hopefully Yobo can get a century somewhere, making a substitute appearance. He should, right?
96 now.
He has ended. Hopefully it does make it.
Good one for Joseph Yobo, Tayo. But listen to what this guy is saying. John Ogungbeni says, Joseph Yobo is going to make up the numbers. Who cares? He's going to make up the numbers, get a chance to play, and then he gets his 100 cap for his country, and he's serving well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Let's go on a quick break. Look, football fans, the World Cup is here.
Yeah.
The World Cup is here. There's nothing we can do about it. Just give this team your support. Before Coach Stevie Keshi and the team left, he says, just pray for my team. Remember, no one gave him a chance in 2013 in South Africa, and he came back with a trophy. Let's do the same. Let's stay positive. And who knows, the Super Eagles, they won't just fly. They'll soar. It's Sports This Morning on Channels Television. This is another reason why you should stop complaining and just stay focused and wish your team well. With all the problems in Brazil, protests, match venues being delayed, this and that, Brazil is playing friendlies and they are winning. They are telling the world that they want to win the World Cup. But let you see the friendly game between Brazil and Panama. It ended Brazil 4, Panama 0.